Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're going to drink a beer from Half Hours on Earth. I have two beers to choose from. I don't know which one's in front and which one's in behind. I had 4 beers to start from. I have 2 half glasses of beer over there, because I don't drink all my beer right away. When I'm doing my reviews on my own, I usually don't drink the whole beer, because I need to stay on par to give you guys a good review. Today we will be drinking this beer. Oh, I grabbed that one, okay. I'm actually curious about this one. So, this is from Half Hours on Earth in Seaforth, Ontario. This is Easy Plateau, which is an oat farmhouse ale at 5.8% alcohol by volume. Now, normally when he makes his little labels, he'll tell you if it's supposed to be sour or not. It doesn't say anything about being sour, so I'm going to assume this isn't actually meant to be sour. This was bottled on June 27th. Today is July 10th, so we're extremely fresh. Yeah. I am super excited to try this. I'm super excited to try all Half Hour on Earth's beers. There's one I haven't liked, there's a couple that I've been meh about, and there's a shitload I've loved. I do think that Half Hours on Earth, as of right now, is my favorite new brewery in Ontario. I wish it was closer so I could get to it more often. Or if it wasn't closer to me, I wish it was closer to my in-laws so that my wife could pick up beer for me more often. I mean, it's close to my in-laws. It's about an hour away from them. But, you guys know my wife. She ain't gonna drive to my in-laws and then for an hour there and then... It's 2.5 hours from here. My in-laws' house is about 2 hours from here. They're about an hour away. So, I mean, it sometimes I might be able to once in a while talk her into driving me there and then to her in-laws. And that makes it a 3.5 hour instead of a 2 to 2.5 hour drive. And maybe a few times a year I'll be able to get that out of her. But, I doubt that will be the norm. I doubt that will be the norm. Okay, there's a lot of head in here. I'll be able to get it all in the glass once the head fades a little bit, but we'll look at it right now. A little bit of haze, a golden color, like much more golden than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be a little more of that orangey color, bright white head, but it's doing like the Duvel and Orval type of thing. It's fading, but it's fading into tunnels. Which is weird because there's not much of a snap, crackle, pop, so I'm surprised it's fading the way it's fading. Smell, I don't think I'm going to get anything out of the glass because of all the head, but we'll try. Yeah, nothing. I get absolutely nothing out of the glass. Let's spin the bottle a little bit and give the bottle a sniffer. The bottle a snifferoo. Just like a little bit of orange and a little bit of lemon almost. Not really getting much. And one of the things I can say, wow, look at that head. That head has a gravity of its own. It's actually over the rim of the glass. And this is an outward facing rim, so it's not coming in and creating its own little bubble. This is going out but not out all the way. Like, that's pretty awesome to be honest with you. It's mushroom topped itself. I actually think I love that. Yeah, still not much of anything scent wise. I'm gonna try and get the rest of this into the bottle, into the glass. Sorry, I don't think I'll. Oh, actually. That head has so much body that I was able to force the beer in. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I'm not using my actual good cell phone or my good video camera. I'm using my old cell phone. So I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but that head's forming tunnels above the glass. It's fucking amazing looking. Visual appeal on this beer is splendid. Mostly just because of the head. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. Cheers. Okay. Oats, like wheat and like rye, usually adds a little bit of body to the beer. This is about a medium bodied beer, so I'm curious what it would be without the oats. Also, it's very silky smooth. And the one thing I can remember about the very first time I tried Double Coit, which is while it was still in the fermenter and very much looked like semen in a glass, was that it was super silky smooth, and that was like a 96% oat bill for the malt bill. So I don't know how much oats he used, but yeah, it's almost silky smooth across the palate. I mean, there's carbonation, but it's almost like there isn't when you drink it. Like it's micro bubbles. You feel it when it first touches your tongue, but as you swallow, there's nothing. Little bit of sweetness up at the forefront from the malts, but then it's almost like steel cut oats in that it's kind of just neutral graininess after that sweetness, neutral graininess right till the hops come back. So a little bit of sweetness, neutral graininess, while being very, very velvety smooth. And then there's this mixture of earthy and dirty hops, a tiny touch of metallic and resininess, and a tiny touch of a fruitiness that I can't put my finger on just yet. Okay, almost like bitter orange peel. So for those of you that drink a lot of Belgian wits, it's that slightly citrusy, zesty yet bitter flavor. So bitter orange peel, a slight metallic resininess because I get like this twang of metallic before the resininess hits, and a little bit of dirty earthiness, all with a velvety smooth mouthfeel and a tiny touch of sweetness up at the forefront before you get this like grainy neutralness. This isn't a bad beer. I mean, it's, of all the beers I've had from Half Hours on Earth, probably the most flavorless, to be honest with you. It is a fairly flavor neutral beer. There's some hop flavor, there's a little bit of yeast ester, and there's a little bit of maltiness. But it's a low ABV beer, and it's a low ABV beer that is just easy to drink. It's very easy to drink. The mouthfeel is the best part about this beer. It is much like things like Kilkenny or Guinness or Caffrey's or Tetley Smooth Flow or Boddington's, any of those pub nitro draft beers. I mean, it's not nitro draft or anything on this, but it's like those beers in that it's a treat to drink. And I mean, that's the most I can say about it, is that it actually is a treat to drink this. It's nothing spectacular, mind-blowing taste-wise, but it's a treat nonetheless in that it's an experience. Out of 10 on this, easily a straight up 7. Again, not at all the best work that Half Hours on Earth has done, but a beer I could see me being able to share with my stepfather. Not my step. Well, yeah, my mom's probably married again by now, so my stepfather. I meant to say my father-in-law, but yeah, not a bad beer. Not a bad beer at all. Let me push that off to the side. We have one beer left for the night, And then I have, after I drink that beer, I'll have 3 glasses of beer to finish. So, yeah,